I don't know where the scissors are. Sorry. I work in my kitchen, so I'm getting asked questions at the moment. All right. So when you land in here in the admin dashboard, and what I'll do is I'll just send you an email that you can kind of just keep with all the logins in one place in case you ever need to find them. Now, the admin login is also available on our website. So if you can, for some reason need to find that URL very quickly, if you land on the Udemy.io website, there's a button that says admin, and that's what this is. This is your admin dashboard. This is what it's going to allow you to do all of your management, adding content, looking at, what people are looking at. The members section is where you'll manage your members. Of course, at the moment, you'll have the two of us. And what we haven't done is we don't have member types yet. And that's because we haven't created them yet for your community. It's one of the first things that we'll do now.
Okay.
You'll also be able to see the number of posts people have made, number of comments, and whether they've opted in or out of the members directory. Now, the members directory automatically opts everyone in. They do have the option, however, if they want to opt out. Now, people generally don't, but we, from a privacy and GDPR perspective, we've tried to protect ourselves at every step. You'll see the number of people who are coming back each week and how many new people have joined. So that's kind of your member management space. Let's do your group and the member types, and then I'll come back and show you how you can change these. So in your hub settings, this is where you're going to be able to turn features on and off. So if there's anything that you decide you don't want to use, such as the marketplace or the offers or whatnot, this is also where you can enable email notifications. Now, email notifications are when someone doesn't check something on the app, the system will automatically email them to say, hey, such and such activity has happened on the hub. We found that people don't always like that, so we have by default turned that off, and you as the administrator can choose to turn that back on. So that's okay. Now, your member types are member types are two things. One, it's going to be what people see themselves as. So next to their name, they'll have, member, team, admin, etc. It'll also allow you to share content with subgroups of people. Now, I'm assuming everybody's just a member for you, right? Or is there tiers of membership?
No, for this, they're a member.
Okay. And is there any value in having like a team or an admin? So there's like, they can see who you potentially are as a leader in the community or anything like that?
Yeah. So what do you use the membership type for?
So two things. One, it will be next to the person's name in the app. Everybody has a tag next to their name to say who they are in the community. And two, it allows you to send content to people based on their members. So for example, if I was an admin and you wanted me to see something but not the members, the member type will allow you to share content with certain member types.
Okay, and do people have to be just in one group?
For members, yes, they can only be one member type.
Okay.
Groups, they can be in as many groups as you want them to be.
Okay, so let's build one that says member/NEC in capitals. Yeah, so that's our National Executive Committee.
Okay, yeah, that's
so
good.
At least they're identified as being committee members.
Yeah, and if you need to tell them something or send them separate things, you can do that.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and create those two. Yeah. And now what we can do is we can go back to the members section, and I can click on you and change your member type to the NEC.
Yes.
And save. Hold on, let me make sure why it's not showing us the full member type that we wanted. Oh, it's changed itself. Why did it change it?
Doesn't like the slash message.
Yeah, it probably doesn't like the slash. We probably programmed it that way, actually.
Yeah, so you have to use the dash, won't you?
Or we can do NEC member, but yeah, you're technical things. Okay, so let me go back and change you. So when you have someone assigned to a certain member type, you can't delete it from the system. So I'm just going to go back and change you. I will, for all intensive purposes, just put myself as a member as well. So at least I'm something. Of course I'm not, but because I'm in your system.
That's fine.
And then what I can do is I can go back to Hub Profile and I can, oh, whoops, wrong space, Hub Settings. I will remove the NEC. So now what you have is the two member types. When people when we invite them and they register, they'll be able to click. We can also preset them as well. And I'll
Yeah.
talk you through that process once we're ready to do that.
Okay.
The tags are going to be, so that what the purpose of tags serve are two things. Tags organize everything inside the community. So for example, tags will start to appear at the top here when we put them in. And then people can filter the newsfeed, the document area, the videos, both on web and on app for that tag. So if you have, it can be very simple. I mean, I have some communities that do events, news, and, you know, help. And that's it. They have 3 very simple tags. I have other communities, however, who will say, oh, well, we send marketing content. We send, you know, support. We lots of different types of tags. So
Yeah.
do you have any idea at this stage, or do you want to have a think about what your tags might be?
I'll have a think about those.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it'll be in our checklist anyway, that we have to
Yeah.
tags. So, okay. And then in terms of management rules, what I'm going to do is I'm going to flag, and I'll explain what each of these things are. Now, I'm going to make you the operator. What that means is that when when you do start to invite the community, or the community becomes public on the network, it'll still be a closed community because we don't want anybody just to be able to join.
No.
So when someone requests to join the community, you will get an email saying, you know, Barbara has requested to join, so it alerts you that someone is in there waiting for you to approve them. Seeing all posts means that no matter your member type or your group membership, you will see everything on the platform, right? It won't hide anything from you.
Yeah.
And I won't click unless you tell me to act as brand, because what will happen here is that when you post, this logo will show. So do you want to post as yourself, or do you want to post as the organization?
I think I'll post as myself.
Okay. So I will, yeah.
If it doesn't work, I'll change it.
Well, what we might need to do then is create, because you've done the business manager, right? This is essentially the business manager email address. What I might suggest is that you also have your own personal login, because I am sure that there are certain things you want to come just from the organization and certain things that you want to come as yourself.
Yes. Yeah. I do that on quite a number of things. Yes.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and for this email address, I'm going to change it to act as brand.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Now, and then finally, this access members. Now, you may have someone who comes on, for example, that you don't want to see the membership list, right? They're a PA, an admin, another member that they're just helping you add content. You can remove the access of letting them see the membership data. So if you want to.
Okay.
So it's a security setting. Then we've got security settings, which are going to be, are you guys visible on our network? Which right now you're not, because we're still setting it all up. But once we go live, or once you're happy to invite people, I would recommend we make it public so that someone can find you in our list.
Okay.
2, can they join the hub, or do you need to approve them? We'll always keep it where you have to approve them, just in case, even if they're members.
Yes.
Can members post with or without your approval? I would assume that you're happy for members to post and you don't want to approve it.
Yeah, members can, yes.
Yes. The marketplace. I don't know if you've had a chance to think about whether you think the marketplace is relevant for your community.
I don't think it's relevant at this moment.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, so we can turn that off.
Yeah.
And then also if you want the full name of the member to show, I'm assuming it doesn't matter in this case because everybody kind of knows each other, or would you want them to have privacy where only their last initial shows?
No, their names show. Yeah.
Great. Below that we have branding, but we've done that for you. So in case you want to change it, this is where you would come.
Yes.
You can also change the name of the sections. So for example, the offers section. So the marketplace and the offers are 2 different features, right? Your offers can be partners, sponsors, other people who you want to kind of share the ticket codes or access codes or anything like that.
Yeah.
Whereas the marketplace is very much the members marketplace. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that off in a minute anyway. Then we have the member directory and the document and video library. So you can change any of those buttons so that they appear more customized for you guys.
All right.
And then finally, if you have a Vimeo account, I would link it, especially if you're going to use the highest level privacy on Vimeo, which means that you want certain videos that cannot be shared at all. Vimeo will hide it from us if you don't link your 2 accounts, but we can, also address this at a secondary stage.
Okay, so that is a video sharing platform, or?
So Vimeo is like another YouTube essentially.
Okay.
And what the key difference in my perspective between YouTube and Vimeo is that with YouTube you can do links where you they're what is called unlisted on the YouTube platform. So nobody can search for them, but when your members watch them, they can still share them. Whereas on Vimeo, you can have complete privacy on your video content that it cannot be shared. So I don't know how high level privacy you want on video. If it's not that important, YouTube is an easy, simple solution, and you don't need to do this.
Okay, I will have a think.
Yeah, have a think. Okay, so let me go into just the top section. I'm going to go ahead and turn the marketplace off, and then we can go through, and I can just do a couple of sample posts so you can see how I'm doing it, and if there's any challenges there. So I've seen that you've set up your groups, which is great. Then in Calendar, I don't know if you had a chance to play with Calendar, but to add anything on Calendar, you'll add your event, put in the title. If it's a Zoom link, you can drop it into either place and people can then click on it from their phone or their web. If it's someplace where you need them, I think you were saying Eventpresso, right? That they would click or buy tickets from, so you can drop those in as well. Whenever the event is, your tags once they're ready, and then who the event is for, and then you publish the event. If you have recurring events, we don't have a recurring event feature, but we do have a duplicate event feature. So once you actually have set up an event, you can duplicate that event and change whatever details need to be changed.
Yeah, most of ours are fairly unique.
Okay, great. Then we've got the announcements, and this is where I think you said you did one. So let's see. It's probably because, let's see. Today's not the 30th, so you're not going to see it yet.
Well, that's all right then, isn't it?
So if you want to see it, we can go ahead and change that to today.
Oh yeah, I remember doing that, so the people didn't see it. That's right, I was playing with it.
Yeah, fine. So that is why you didn't see it. So when you are scheduling posts, you can, as you've already seen, schedule them to go at a certain time. So you can do here, you can put in a Vimeo link or a YouTube link and it will render straight into the app. You've got the ability to add the images, and then, note, you can also, if you need to at any point, tag members. So if you needed to tag someone into a specific post and alert them to it, or add email links, everything's hyperlinkable. If we took this away, you'll now see that you have member types and groups. So you'll be able to do that. Now, what Notify All Users is that it overrides all of their preferences in terms of notification, and any important thing that you want them to know, they'll get notified about.
Yes.
I will go ahead and do that. And then the documents, we're changing this. It's going to probably be updated in the next 2 weeks, but at the moment, when you're uploading a document, it doesn't work it's not going to show you like a success button, right? This has uploaded. So I know people always get a little bit confused because they expect to see it say, 100% or uploaded or whatnot.
Okay.
This has successfully been uploaded. So, and if it hasn't, it'll give you an error at the end. So same thing, title, description, you can upload your document, tag who it's for. If you have something that's really private, for example, and you want to send it to one person, you can also choose to share with one person. So we have added that level of functionality. And then again, you can schedule that to go out when and if you want to. Finally, this little box will make an announcement in our feed. So when we originally created the app, we thought, people don't want to get too many notifications. If they're adding something into a document area, we don't need to also then add it to the newsfeed. However, we've gotten feedback where they don't want to be double notified, but they want to see in the newsfeed that something's been added. So if you want to alert them and say, such and such document has been added, you can also do that with this box.
Okay, yes, that's fine.
Okay. And then I think, videos works very similar in terms of how you add it. Offers it asks for a bit more information because we're asking, you're going to want to share the website of the person you're promoting. If you have a redeem link or URL, you can drop those in there as well, and so on and so forth. The final thing.
I put the sponsors in offers.
Yes, and we can rename offers to sponsorship. Should we do that now?
Make them supporters.
Okay. I'm going to go into hub settings.
Everybody cut sponsorship out.
Yeah. So supporters. Yes. Oh, whoops. If I spell it right, that would be good.
Yeah.
Let's go make sure that has converted. There we go. So now you have supporters, and Marketplace is gone as well.
Okay.
Okay. I think the final thing, and then if you have any, we can go through the checklist and the, next steps is our email announcement feature. You click on new email announcement. You can add a subject, a body, attach any files you want to. We are working on enhancing this, so it'll get better over the next 6 to 8 weeks. You choose who you want to see it, or even individuals within the community. And then you can schedule that, either send it immediately or save it as a draft or send it later. So it's been a good feature to remind people of things, because it goes straight into their inboxes when they're not looking at their phones.
Okay.
So any questions on this side of things so far?
No, it seems logical.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, so in terms of our checklist, I'm gonna delete that. So the consultation meeting we should schedule. If you want to send me a few times to do the longer session, anywhere up to 90 minutes. It's up to you. And delete that. Okay, so not all of these are. I must have copied over my master last time. So in terms of here, I'm going to do listing of the tags. So it's something to think about in terms of what tags you want.
Yes.
And then creating your content strategy. So what are members going to see? I don't know if you have that already set up in terms of what you share with them on a monthly basis, or is it going to kind of just be, so how do you do your current content and what you're sharing with them? Is there a set schedule?
No.
Okay.
And it's erratic, because it tends to be around renewals, events, the government making a change. It tends to be around something that triggers it.
Okay.
What I found is they keep saying to me, you should do 2 emails a month. And I say, but nobody reads them.
Yeah.
When the topic's important, people don't appreciate being sent things because it's 2 weeks and they need to have something.
Yeah.
So I ignore it, and I know they'll moan at me at each meeting, but being moaned at 3 times a year is acceptable, isn't it? But you've got to have something that people want to read.
Yeah, fair enough.
And during the summer holiday, they don't read anything.
Yeah. They
all read them the week before the college goes back. And you get hundreds of emails, and I can't cope with them all. And they can't cope with the replies when they come in, because they've just emailed 200, 300 people or whatever.
Yeah.
So, it's very there. But what I will do is I will go through the content and say, these are the documents we need to put on. These are, so a lot of our content will be historic, first of all, and the events which are happening and things like that.
Okay, fine.
Events are what they're interested in, really.
Got it. Okay, great. And do you have any already for the calendar that are ready that you can add, or are they going to come throughout the next however many months?
They'll keep coming, but I've got a webinar next week, which may be too late, but I'll put it on anyway. Then I've got 3 webinars in January. I've got a main conference in May.
Okay, great. Well, if you want to have this ready for next week, I can work with you to do that, but it's your call, so let me know.
Yeah.
So because a few things, so if we're very kind of succinct about what we need to get done, then is you're going to want to have a welcome or about message. It can be very straightforward, but that first thing that people see when they come into the community, right? So obviously this is a test message, but what you're going to want to have here is, welcome to the members app. In this app, you can XYZ. So just give them a little bit of instruction of where to find things and what they can find. Very simple. It doesn't need to be complicated. And then we can pin this post. So it's always there no matter what, every time people come in. So it's your welcome post. Then, as you just mentioned, finding your historic content, the video and document content that you can put in there, that you want people to see as they, again, join. Are you going to have any other community managers? And it's primarily you, isn't it?
Yeah, I have an administrator, but I don't know. I'll keep her on other things at the moment.
Yeah, okay, fine. So let me just go ahead and darken that, or I'll hide that for now. And even the testing of the members, we can hide at the minute. So then the populating the offers, I'll just put stroke supporters, right? This will probably be your sponsors or whatnot.
Yes.
So you want to get that in there. And then I think that will be it. So the welcome message, finalizing your hashtags, which at the moment is just the hashtags that are left. and getting your content in there in terms of the historical content and your events. I think once you have that, we can start, if you want to, then we can take a look at your invitation strategy of how are we going to invite people, I have like sample language you can use if you'd like to introduce the app, and you can tweak it. It's actually, I think in one of these tabs. So there's a welcome email that is, you can use as a sample. I'll add some more stuff in here. Here's some other welcome content. So feel free, I'll share this list with you, this document, as soon as this meeting is over.
Okay.
But I think what we do is for this first step is give you an opportunity just to get whatever it is that you want into the Community Hub.
Yeah.
And then let's have another meeting either next week or the week after, whenever you feel is the right time, to then start talking about your launch strategy, right? How are we going to introduce the app to the members and then get them onboarded?
And realistically, how long do you think that's going to be?
I think once you have whatever you want in there for the first view, like what they need to see on their first kind of impression, we could, like I said, get everyone, if you want to introduce it next week at your webinar, it's not too far away. It doesn't take very long.
Okay, all right. And the events I put in?
Calendar.
In the calendar.
Yeah, so I'll just add that as a task here as well.
Yeah. No, let me do that, and then I'll send you an email, shall I?
Yeah, sounds good. So I'll send this to you shortly in a follow-up, and then when you've added just do the welcome message, the hashtags, and adding of the videos and documents and calendars and the offers, and then we can have a chat about launch.
Yes, that's fine.
Perfect.
Okay, thanks ever so much.
No problem. I'll send you this.
All right.
As well.
Bye.